Good morning, guys. Look at this disaster area. This tent is a mess. I did laundry last night, and they had machines to do the wash, but not to do the dry. So I have a bunch of 90% dry clothes. I mean, actually, like this will dry super quick. As soon as the sun hits me, it's gonna dry quick. I'm gonna lay it out. But my sweatpants, not so lucky. Hey, I am at a campsite, and I woke up this morning and there was something hanging off the trike. It was a cool trucker hat. That's a pretty cool trucker hat. All right, I'm like it, you know, and it was only like, I don't know, 15 bucks. It included power, gave me an adapter, gave me a little area for my tent, super chill place, showers, nice little restaurant next door. I wish I had this sort of camping access the whole way around. It would have been nice. Anyways, the other great thing about camping is the light of the day wakes you up. It's not like you can pull all the shades of the room and lock yourself in a dungeon and oversleep. The drawback is you don't have a lot of room to stage all your crap, and you don't have a lot of room to edit, but I'm just looking to press on anyways. I think I'm gonna go to the beach and lay out all my stuff so that it dries thoroughly, and then we'll hit the road, get a coffee or something. Wow, that water is big water, ocean water. Anybody get that reference? We're laying the trike out as a shrine to my clothes. Yeah, beautiful view, just chill out, have a cup of coffee, use that coffee time to dry the clothes. Let's hope it dries in time. This stuff will dry super quick. This thing is never gonna dry. I might just hang this off the back rack somehow so it'll dry. I once tried to dry a tent on the trike, and I used the whole trike's area as a hanging rack for my tent. This was the last trike I had, and I hung it over the front chain ring. Dumb idea. From that day forward, I had the you know, printing of my chain in grease on that tent to remind me not to do that again. I'm trying not to make the mistake that I made yesterday, which was not enough liquids. So, stopping frequently, drinking water, eating food. That's one of the positives of riding through the outer edges of an island as opposed to getting into the meat of it, is that there's a lot of infrastructure here. In fact, there's a Carrefour around the corner and a sports center. It might be interesting to look around, but we've got a bit of a long day. It wouldn't necessarily be so long if it was flat roads, but I'm looking on my phone and it is just up and down and up and down. There's no real flat areas. For example, we have 59 more kilometers, 60 more kilometers to go, and it's 11 o'clock. The end point is Bonifacio. That's where the ferry will take us back to Italy, which is Sardinia, the island of Sardinia. And then we'll just ride, short ride should be, in Sardinia, just a day to get to the other side port where we take a ferry to Rome. I'm really glad that I decided not to stay in, what was the name of that city? Ajaccio. This is like the southwestern coast. I've even talked to some police officers on the side of the road. They've given me some advice. There's some roads that no cycling is allowed, but cycling, you've got a lot more shoulder down here, which I'm quite happy about. Bastia was a bad place to start, to be honest. It gave a really bad first impression of Corsica. Bastia itself was great, like the actual little city. There was like a lot of like cool places to eat and stuff, but I literally just rode past that. I was trying to get downwind a bit, and I think if I would have stayed in Bastia, like had a drink at one of those local bars, that would have been pretty cool. Instead, I went straight to the worst part, which is this highway that is, what is it called? It's the T11, I think it's called. The T20, I think the ring road, Avenue Ring Road. Just rough. Just really rough roads. And then you got into the mountains, things got a little bit more difficult, but more safe as well. We have a big up coming up that's gonna take us up to 400 meters. I really love this app. This is the map out. I told you in the last episode, really, really nice. What it does is it tells you the total grade estimate and the total ascent and then the total descent based on what point you choose. So you see how the profile changes based on where you put the A hook and the B hook. And then you can also do something like this, which is you touch 2 points and it tells you, you know, the profile and distance between those 2 points. It's pretty cool. I really, really like this app. The guys that designed it did a very good job. Anyways, it gives me a lot of data, gives me a lot to chew on, and it tells me what's ahead. And it's all offline, so I don't have to be on Wi-Fi in order to get it. I'm gonna finish my coffee, get back on the road. It's gonna be busy. My helmet might come on because we're gonna be on the T20, which is the continuation of that ring road that goes around the whole island. But this side has a lot more shoulder, a lot more for the cyclist. I picked up a hitchhiker. I don't know if you can tell in this, but it is beautiful. Emerald green. I don't know how many of you can remember this deep cut, but in Japan, was it Korea? I think it was Korea. I did a drive past shot of a really beautiful emerald beetle like that. It was pretty cool. Sometimes you're going to ask yourself where you want to get trapped. You can tell the dark clouds are behind you. And do you want to be trapped on the open road, or do you want to be trapped somewhere with beer? I might be stopping a bit early. You might not be able to go as far, but at least you know where you are at the moment and you're not questioning finding a place to take cover. I have a feeling when the storm gets here, it'll be heavy and then it'll pass by. I'm enjoying a drink. This is beer from here, by the way. It's very good. Finally, the rain has arrived. I sat here for a lot longer than I thought I was gonna, because I'm like, I don't want to leave this place and have it piss on me. I want it to piss on me right here while I'm drinking a coffee. After it does its thing, we will head on to Bonifacio. It's not that far away. We're only like 30 kilometers from there. That's a short ride in the whole grand scheme of things. Oh, it's raining harder. Getting chilly. I'm glad I'm dry. It's great, but my seat's getting wet. My seat is getting soaked. On a bit of a narrow stretch here. Lots of graffiti though. Statue Français Assassinu Gloria. I don't know. I don't think this person really likes this Gloria person. And doesn't seem to like France all that much either. A lot of graffiti saying stuff like that around here. A lot of anger. ladies and germs, Corsica is gonna have one more night, and then I am gonna be out of here to Sardinia. The second half has been kind of a little bit maybe more pleasurable than the first half, although the mountains were really beautiful. There's a camp here up high I'm gonna stop at, pitch a tent, buy my ferry tickets for whatever time I want tomorrow. We'll take a look at Bonifacio. We'll take a look at Bonifacio tomorrow, take a ferry ride, make our way to Sardinia. I plotted out a path in Sardinia. I'm not 100% sure viability of cycling on the roads I picked, but should be fun. 120 kilometers, maybe a couple of days. Then we'll make our way to Italy, Rome, find a bike shop to pack up the trike, book a hotel or something for a few days so I can unload the trike. Got another 2 kilometers to go. Let's go. It is interesting to see the diverse landscapes of an island like Corsica. Heavy mountainous terrain. You've got these like towering columns of stone. Then you got an area like this, which sort of reminds me of Utah in America. Just sort of a dry, desolate landscape with shrubs. I really wanted to do a botany segment because I saw some interesting flowers and plants and things, but by the time I forced myself to stop, I couldn't see any of the plants that I thought were interesting. There was some, like, I called it Corsica edamame. It was these peas and pea pods that were growing up. They looked like edamame. I didn't even know. I wonder if they were edible. I wanted to ask you guys. There were a bunch of like really beautiful purple spiky plants, but now it's totally different. I mean, like, it's a totally different series of plants now. Stuff I recognize, like dry stuff. A segment you will never see. I should have never brought it up. All right, a little change of plans. We're headed down into Bonifacio. The lady didn't take credit cards and I'm all out of euro. And she's like, well, you can just go down the hill and, you know, get some money and come back up. And I'm like, that's 140 meters down and 140 meters up just so I can give you $15. And there's a campsite at the bottom. I'm gonna go to the bottom. And she was very confused. What is, you go? Yeah, I'm going. Can you give me my passport back? She was borderline rude. It was a strange interaction. Anyways, it's all downhill anyways, and we'll just have a good ride and then camp out at the campsite right near the port, and maybe we can explore some Bonifacio. All right, guys, we are set up at camp here in Bonifacio. The site I'm at is populated with lots of RVs. The ground is pretty hard. Not really a tent friendly, I guess, but probably one of my least favorite campsites. They don't have power near any tents. They have a community power area. I'm going to be charging all of my drone batteries and battery backups and all of that in a public communal charging area. No thanks. They do take credit cards, which is good, but there's a lot of bugs here too. There's an ant colony that's running around my tent, and they make me a little nervous. The lady was like, yeah, you can leave your trike out there. I was like, no, I'm gonna pick my trike up and put it next to my tent. I don't know, just I had a good feeling because it's very, very close to Bonifacio. Anyways, can't all be winners. I've been pretty lucky so far. My tent was soaked this morning though. It's all full of water. It's all because yesterday, or this morning, it was just humid, I guess. I still have wet clothes though, and the storms are still on the horizon, so I'm not gonna chance hanging my clothes up. Maybe I can find a laundromat nearby. I'm not super hungry. I stopped a lot today on the ride. I mean, I was stopping and eating and stopping and waiting for the rain and stopping and stopping and stopping. So I drank a lot of fluids, coffees, and a couple of beers, but a lot of water, a lot of water. I booked a ferry at 10:30 in the morning, and I'd kind of like to show you Bonifacio. A few people told me that this is like the glitzy and glamorous port for a lot of people in their private yachts. So they bring their private boats here and chill out in Bonifacio on Corsica Island. Sounds very glamorous. I have to understand how people say hello here, which is bonjour, bonjour, not bonjour, bonjour. My intonation is horrible. Some people will mouth it to you as you walk by, like hey, hey, hey. But hey is this, bonjour. It looks like, I'm like, did that guy just give me kissy lips? Quite possibly, could have. Maybe he did. It's like, are people giving me? Anyways, this place is very functional as a protected port. I mean, these walls here are like solid limestone or something. This is a protected bay. If you're gonna go put your yacht in a protected area, this would be it. Look at the size of these things. I gotta imagine, like, there's a seat here on the side. That's somebody controlling the riggers from the edge, I think. And then you've probably got people that are straddling the edge here. I mean, that thing's got to be doing some amazing stuff. Oh, this place is interesting, that's for sure. Looks like there's some restaurants on the other side here, so let's go to the other side. I think that if it's my last night in Corsica, I should have a decent meal, whatever it is. Even I gotta jam it down. Ooh, I just had deja vu. Pretty sure I had a dream of me saying the same thing I just did. Oh, look, a little jellyfish. I walked all the way up this promenade and all the way back, and I ended up in the first place that I passed. I can't leave here without having a good glass of wine, so I asked for a good glass of red wine. It's interesting to see the people around here. I think it's off season, so I think most of these people are crew working on the charter boats. So I just finished the meal, and I am a bit anxious to get back to my tent. There's a lot of stuff in it. My laptop, my backpack, my drone, the trike. I don't know why I have this gut feeling, but typically my gut tends to err on the side of caution, so let's hope that's the case. Man, that would be a bummer. I do have my phone, I have my camera with one battery, and I have my wallet. Something. I'm sure it's gonna be fine.